Have you ever wondered what actually happens inside your brain the moment you tell a lie? Not the moral side, not the social consequences. I mean the biological process, the neural machinery that switches on the second you decide to say something that isn't true. Because lying is not just a simple action. It's a complicated mental operation that forces your brain into a state it was never designed to use often. And that's exactly why lying feels stressful, exhausting, and strangely difficult to maintain. When a lie is born, the first part of the brain that wakes up is the prefrontal cortex, the area behind your forehead responsible for control, planning, and decision-making. This region has one crucial job: it must stop the truth from coming out. The truth is automatic. It requires no effort. But a lie needs inhibition, and inhibition is hard work. This is why children struggle with lying. Their prefrontal cortex isn't fully developed, and they can't suppress the truth effectively. Once the decision to lie is made, the brain begins constructing an alternative version of reality. To do that, it must keep the real story active in memory, while simultaneously building a new one that sounds believable. It has to check for inconsistencies. It has to imagine what the listener knows or doesn't know. It must watch your tone, your facial expressions, your timing, your reactions. Your brain essentially tries to run two realities at once: the actual one and the invented one. And that creates tension, conflict, and cognitive overload. Inside the brain, multiple networks activate at the same time. The hippocampus keeps the real memory alive in the background. The prefrontal cortex shapes the lie and tries to keep everything logical. The anterior cingulate cortex constantly checks for errors, afraid you'll contradict yourself. And the amygdala, the brain's emotional alarm system, monitors the risk. It evaluates the possibility of being caught, the fear of social consequences, and the potential danger that comes with dishonesty. This is why lying feels physically uncomfortable. Your heart rate can increase. Your hands may feel warmer. Your breathing rhythm changes. These reactions don't happen because you are a bad person. They happen because your brain interprets lying as a threat. It triggers a mild stress response, just like when you prepare for something risky or unpredictable. Lying requires more mental energy than telling the truth. Functional MRI studies show that the brain burns significantly more energy during deception. Your mind must juggle incompatible thoughts, switch rapidly between real and invented details, and constantly monitor your behavior to avoid giving yourself away. That's why people who lie often seem hesitant, speak less smoothly, or display small pauses before responding. The brain takes longer to produce a false answer than a true one, because it has to construct the false version from scratch. Interestingly, lying doesn't only affect your thinking, it affects your body as well. Your sympathetic nervous system activates, which can cause tiny changes in facial muscles, voice pitch, or breathing. These micro-signals are often unconscious. You don't feel them, but others may notice them intuitively. This is why people often say they can sense when someone is being dishonest, even if they can't explain how. The brain prefers honesty because honesty is simple. It is predictable. It is efficient. It requires no monitoring, no planning, no suppression, no maintaining of parallel realities. Honesty is the default mode of the human mind. From an evolutionary perspective, cooperation and trust were essential for survival. Our ancestors had to rely on one another, which made truth-telling energetically cheaper and socially safer. But here is the interesting part. If someone lies frequently, the brain adapts. The first few lies activate the amygdala strongly, the emotional alarm rings loudly. But with repetition, that signal weakens. The brain becomes desensitized to the discomfort of deception. This means that repeated lying can slowly rewire emotional responses, making future lies easier and less stressful. That's why people who lie habitually appear calm and collected. Their brains have simply adjusted to a behavior that originally felt threatening. All of this leads to one clear conclusion. Lying is not a small or simple act. It is a full cognitive operation involving memory, emotion, inhibition, imagination, prediction, and self-control. Your brain must work harder, burn more energy, and constantly maintain a story that was never meant to exist. In contrast, the truth requires no maintenance at all. It stands on its own. So the next time you feel your heart beating faster when you consider bending the truth, or you notice someone hesitating before answering, remember this: it's not magic. It's not intuition. It's the brain revealing the enormous effort required to hide reality. And even if a lie sounds smooth on the surface, your brain always pays the price underneath. If you enjoyed exploring the neuroscience behind lying, consider subscribing for more deep dives into psychology, human behavior, and the hidden workings of the mind.